Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Petrodollar Pager Show. This is episode number 8, entitled The Digital Dollar, the FTX Scandal, and the Bank of International Satanics. Settlements. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's just get right into it. Okay, guys, what are you looking at? You're looking at the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, Central Bank Digital Currency. Why are we starting here? Well, guys, this article is this video is basically intending to discuss what is coming, what we can do about it, and why cash is actually basically the last link we have to gold and silver. Okay, let's just jump right into it. So first, let's define what a central bank digital currency is, right? And quickly discuss why anyone who understands anything about finance does not think this is good. It says, while the Federal Reserve Board has made no decisions on whether to implement or pursue a central bank digital currency, they've been exploring the potential benefits and risks from various angles. Yeah. A CBDC is generally defined as a digital liability of a central bank that is widely available to the public. I'm going to read that one more time for you. A CBDC is generally defined as a digital liability of a central bank that is widely available to the general public. So what they're saying is we're going to take all of our liabilities and we're going to make them widely available to you digitally. Wonderful. That sounds good. So, as a liability of the Federal Reserve, a CBDC would be the safest digital asset available to the general public, with no associated credit or liquidity risk. Well, don't you feel warm and fuzzy? Don't you feel good that the Federal Reserve is gonna make something digital that has no credit or liquidity risk at all? You gotta laugh or you'll cry with this kind of stuff. Well, some of that's just a flat out lie. I'm sorry, but anything digital immediately comes with credit and liquidity risk the moment it's born. Okay, so there you go. You got the Federal Reserve System description of what they believe their CBDC will provide. Let's hop over here to Markets Insider. Global financial giants and the New York Fed are rolling out a digital dollar test run as crypto reels from FTX's crash. Now, this article was posted, November 15th, 2022. So you know that was about 2 weeks ago. Large global banks are planning to pilot a digital dollar with the New York Fed. Firms including Citigroup, HSBC, and Wells Fargo announced the plans on Tuesday. Yeah. The test run will examine how a digital token can help expedite payments. Oh, let's make everything, for the sake of speed, we really need a digital dollar. And you notice they keep mentioning FTX. Oh, and MasterCard's involved. What could go wrong? So they're doing a 12-week run in conjunction with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And they are trying to see if they can speed up payments because we don't have enough speed. We don't have enough speed. That's the issue. Programmable US dollars, notice they give it away right there. Programmable US dollars may be necessary to support new business models like what and provide a foundation to much needed innovations in financial settlements and infrastructure. Tony McLaughlin, Managing Director for Emerging Payments and Business Development. You got to trust a guy like that. At Citigroup's Treasury and Trade Solutions Division said in a statement. Projects like this that focus on the digitization of central bank money and individual bank deposits could be expanded to take a broader view of the opportunity. Well, what opportunity is he talking about? Well, that would be to track and trace and monitor everything you're doing, kind of like another country we all know of. But let's keep going. Here we are in Yahoo News. Investor conned in FTX crypto scandal pursuing legal action against SBF. He committed fraud. So, if he committed fraud, why was Kevin O'Leary, regulators, Anthony Pompliano, and others, why were they all pumping this guy, saying he had the best platform with the most compliance, institutional grade compliance? If you guys haven't seen my This Is Getting Ridiculous, the FTX Scandal, and Mr. Wonderful, go back and check that out. I think you'll get something, you'll really get something out of that video. But an entrepreneur who invested in the early days of the now bankrupt FTX is putting the onus on the disgraced founder SBF after burning a $2 million hole in his pocket. This was a con. SBF is a fraud. He committed fraud. So, you guys can go and read the rest of the article. I brought this article up to point out that it's almost like this guy intentionally did all of this, almost to make the digital dollar look good. Huh. Interesting. It's almost like the FTX was a controlled demolition. But that's just tinfoil hat nuttiness. Let's go over here. This is Bitcoin.com. Has the 1988 Economist magazine prediction come true? Now, I pulled this article up because way back when, I actually saw the magazine, the physical magazine cover of this at a relative's house. This is from The Economist. This is from 1988. So quite some time back. Where they are just, you can see here all the different paper currencies burning and a big fat gold coin right here, right? With the phoenix, which is a major symbol in the mystery schools. You notice that the sign for harvested wheat, is sitting on the temple of the phoenix. A lot of symbology going on there, but we won't get into all that. But you can see the phoenix is burning all the currencies and holding and gently embracing this beautiful gold coin. But is it a gold coin we're gonna get? Let's go listen to this gentleman. This is a gentleman from the Bank of International Settlements, and he's going to describe to you why they so very badly want a digital dollar. But not just a digital dollar, they want a global CBDC. Let's listen why.
This is on CBDC in particular for the use of general use. We tend to establish the equivalence with cash, and there is a huge difference there. For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And
so right there, he said absolute control. And he's not talking about over the bad guys.
Also, we will have the technology to enforce that. Those two issues are extremely important, and that makes a huge difference with respect to what cash is.
It makes a huge difference as to what cash is. You see, everybody, cash or physical dollars are the last remaining tether to gold and to silver and to hard tangible assets. How do you know this? Why is this true? Because when you look at the fact that you can still trade the dollar for gold or silver, you understand the fact that basically if you can still buy gold or silver with the currency, it's still a gold or silver substitute. Rafi Farber, who is on Seeking Alpha, Arcadia Economics, also has his own channel, discusses the fact that the dollar is simply a gold and silver substitute. And The only reason it is because it provides a certain level of privacy, it provides a certain level of count, and it provides a certain level of value, although that value goes down. So the dollar is a gold and silver substitute, and as Rafi Farber would tell you, when you can no longer purchase gold and silver, right? When you can no longer purchase these for US dollars, they are no longer gold or silver substitutes and are no longer valuable. So the Bank of International Settlements doesn't want anyone to get that part, that the dollar is the remaining and final and last tether to gold and silver. And cash is actually a substitute for gold or silver, a very awful and poor substitute, but a substitute nonetheless. And these people would like to remove that ability. And you can hear it. He says makes a huge difference as to what cash is. The only reason cash was ever accepted in the place of gold or silver is because it offered a level of privacy and a level of stability. And so, you know, you have to understand that. So I wanted to take some time to go over that. You might have heard my little one in the background there. Apologies. But I wanted to go over all of this to kind of show you the FTX scandal was intentional. They've known about this coming since 1988. You notice it's a gold coin. The Bank of International Settlements says they want absolute control and to change what cash is. Why? Because it's a gold and a silver substitute. They do not want you to have access to money. They want you to have access to digital liabilities from a central bank who already printed their currency into oblivion and also allowed for the FTX scandal to even exist and occur. So the same bastards, these people who did this, yeah, it was them, want to take away your ability to purchase this. And that's wrong. So Petrodollar Pedro urges you to stand up against this. Do not accept it. Do not take it. Let their central bank digital currency rot. And do not use it, no matter how much they put in there, no matter how much they try to make you feel rich with digital notes. So, having said all that, you can hear a bit of the passion in my voice. I wanted to record this and talk about this because it's so important, guys. We can't accept this. Look, since 1988, these people have been trying to take away this from you. And they're really close to running, or should I say, rolling it out and then running away. So, everybody, I just wanted to go over this. I felt like it was an absolute necessity. Cash is your remaining tether to gold or silver. Get it, use it, make your purchases while you can. Hold some of it on the side. And do not accept this CBDC. When you get your card in the mail with 10,000 Fed cred, leave it alone and don't use it. Let it sit in the mail. That's my recommendation. Anyway, all right, everybody. I really appreciate you listening. I really appreciate you being here and putting up with my kiddos and my dogs in the background. I hope you got something out of this. I hope Pedro was able to put things together maybe in a way you hadn't heard before. Remember, cash is our last tether. Use it while you can. Okay? It's the last substitute we have before they roll out this Bank of International Satanics, settlements system. Okay? So let's really think this one through. As a liability of the Federal Reserve, a CBDC would be the safest digital asset available to the public. Why would that be? Why would that be? Anyhow, all right. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. Petrodollar Pedro is a little upset by this, but you know what? Hopefully we can all do something about it together. That being said, please be spiritually responsible, physically responsible, take radical self-responsibility, put a smile on someone else's face. Currency is its own kindness. I hope you got something out of this. I hope I put this in a way that maybe you hadn't heard before. And thank you for putting up with all the noise in the background. I appreciate everyone out there. I hope you have a fantastic day. And with that said, Petrodollar Pedro is out.